Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to Regular Josh 1. So almost 2 months ago, I made a video about Thundercats Roar and why it exists. So I'm pretty sure that after I did that video, you guys probably wanted me to do a review video of the cartoon. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, that is never going to happen. I tried to watch an episode of the show before, and I just didn't care enough to continue to watch it. Like, when I had an episode on, I barely paid attention to it. It just wasn't my thing at all. Plus, it barely airs on Cartoon Network, so ignoring it really isn't that hard. However, the biggest thing that people are talking about now when it comes to the show are two things. The Teen Titans Go crossover, Teen Titans Roar, and the fact that it might have already been canceled. Let me just say this. The fact that it already has a crossover with Teen Titans Go really shouldn't have surprised me, but I was not expecting that. It really reminds me of when the Powerpuff Girls reboot had a crossover with Teen Titans Go pretty quickly after they first aired. Now, of course, I never watched the crossover special, mainly because I didn't care and I clearly cannot stand Teen Titans Go. However, I did see a couple of clips from the episode, and from what I saw, the episode was just basically mocking the fans of Thundercats because of how angry they were with this new reboot. Everything from the Teen Titans acting like entitled fans, to the original Lion-O calling them poo mouths or whatever. Fans, in a way, were pretty outraged with this episode, and understandably so. To me, I don't necessarily understand why creators think taking this kind of approach is a smart thing to do. Recently, I've seen directors and writers sometimes go after fans. A big example would be the recent Star Wars movies. With all the changes they've been making, so many fans of the original were just not liking the direction the new movies were going. You then had some of the creators and even some actors go as far as to insult the fans. Look, I get it, okay? You can look at them and think that the fans are overreacting or they're making something out of nothing. In some instances, you'd be right. There are times when fans can be a bit too demanding of what they want, and that can cause a very unpleasant experience for most people. It can make you frustrated if you're working on these projects. Fans can be toxic, so on one hand, I can understand where they're coming from. But on the other hand, I don't think it's wise to fight fire with fire. You really shouldn't try to make fans of any franchise, that especially ones that you're working with, your enemies. It's not a smart move. Teen Titans Go is almost notorious, if not completely notorious, for doing this. There are many episodes where they're mocking the people who don't like their show. Not only do they mock the fans, but they just outright insult them. Again, Lion-O from the original series comes back and calls anyone who doesn't like this show a poophead with poop opinions. I'm sorry, but what the hell were they thinking? Did they really think doing this was a good idea? I don't understand why nowadays there are creators within this industry that are acting like children. It's pathetic. Just accept the fact that people don't like your show and move on. It's that simple. Now, earlier on in the episode, the Titans are shown to be huge fans of the original Thundercats, and they mention why they hated the new series. It was because the cartoon isn't exactly how they wanted it to be. Now, you can see the scene and claim that it's purely satire and that they're just overplaying it for the sake of comedy. But something tells me that these guys actually believe that about these fans. If they do, then they're wrong about everything. Believe me, if Thundercats Roar was just a parody short, I'm pretty sure no one would have had an issue with this. The fans would have most likely understood it was just a joke, and they probably could have found it funny themselves. But when you bring people a supposed reboot and it turns out to be something like this, you can't blame them for getting upset. Could you say they're overreacting? Possibly. However, people don't like the show for legitimate reasons. The animation is not that great, it's over the top, it's not funny, the characters are annoying and stupid. They're not just blindly hating on the show for the most part, and for the creators to make it out as if they are, well, that's pretty foolish to me. It's honestly something I find a lot of creators doing nowadays, and it's something that really irks me. Now, I've been hearing rumors lately that the show has been canceled already. Apparently the people who worked on the show are now working on other projects. When you really think about it, it makes sense. The show was supposed to come out sometime last year, but for whatever reason, it was pushed back to 2020. So naturally, everyone's gonna keep looking for another project to work on. However, does it actually mean it's been canceled? Well, the truth is, we don't really know. Is it possible that Cartoon Network could just renew the series for a second season? They very well could if they wanted to. If anything, it's still too early to tell. I'm not making a big deal out of it as everyone else is at this point. Either way, we'll just have to wait and see. So tell me your thoughts. Do you guys think that the episode was insulting to the fans? Do you think that the show has fully been canceled? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to get notified on my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.